This new one-click AI agent is absolutely insane. So today we're looking at Lutra AI. I just discovered this new AI agent that's going to blow your mind and possibly replace half your team. In this video, I'm going to show you a free tool that creates and sends PayPal invoices like you can see right here. It automatically emails clients for payment links. It schedules up the follow-up calendar reminders, researches the latest breaking news in the AI industry, and then tweets it in seconds and connects like all your apps with zero code needed. Most agents require a very complex setup. This one is the easiest, the fastest, the smoothest I've actually seen. It's one click, connect, boom, go. So I'm going to be walking you through the entire client workflow in just a few minutes, including invoice creation, email sending, calendar scheduling, automated follow-ups. And the craziest part is you can use this for free. Lutra is a one-click AI agent, like you can see right here. You can actually use it for free. So you get 15 messages per day for free if you want to get access to it. And essentially, you can get access to all these different tools that you can then connect as an AI agent to build stuff and send stuff and create stuff, right? So you can see here, for example, it's connected to my Google Drive, Google Docs, etc. And we can toggle all these things on. We can also change the settings right here. And this is probably the easiest way to create and leverage like MCPs and tools with an AI agent. So what you can do here, for example, is you can go inside Lutra, inside the chat, and then you can start building stuff out. So for example, like we could just organize our emails or that sort of thing. So let's test this out now. I'm going to show you exactly how to set it up. You also get a bunch of like interesting little playbooks as well directly here, which is super interesting. But essentially, Lutra is like the first MCP compatible client built for everyone, right? So, you know, if you're using something like Visual Studio Code, if you're using something like Terminal to launch these MCPs, or even Claude Desktop, is quite technical to set up. Whereas this one, it's just like you click a button, you can automate all your tasks and that sort of thing, right? It's really simple and easy to set up. So if you want to get started, you can go to the chat here at lutra.ai. And then inside the chat here, you can start building stuff and start chatting with stuff, right? So there's 3 ways that you can set up MCPs. Number 1, you can connect your own MCP server, so you can easily set that up. Number 2, you can actually set up like third-party MCPs as well. And then additionally, you can set up like native integrations, right? So if we go inside the tool section before, you can easily set this up. So let's get straight into this, and I'll show you exactly how to do this. So if you go to the tool section over here, you can connect these MCPs, or you can add an MCP server like this, or you can also add custom integration, right? So if you've got your own sort of MCP that you want to set up, you can go inside here and start adding it. Otherwise, what you can do is you can go inside the MCP server section here, and then you can connect your MCP directly. All right, so you would just connect the HTTPS URL, the MCP server you want to use. What's quite interesting is like you can actually connect even like PayPal and stuff like that. So if we click on use this server, we can connect PayPal. Now we can log into our PayPal account and connect that. So I'm just going to do that in the background. Then we're just going to authorize this, as you can see, and then we just have to agree and connect. Let's do that. It literally takes a few seconds and a few clicks to get this set up. It's way easier than, I don't know if you've ever tried to set up, for example, like the Stripe MCP. It's quite a lot of work, right? So you can now see that PayPal and the MCP setup was created right here. And this is pretty cool because you can now create like PayPal invoice links with like detailed billing information. You can retrieve like PayPal transactions, and this is all integrated in like a couple of clicks. Like we didn't have to do anything technical at all. It's absolutely insane. So if we click on use this MCP integration right here, we can say, okay, tell me what you can do with PayPal and invoices and transactions. Let's click on that, see what we get back. It will take a while to load because it's using the thinking model here as well. So you can see it identifies like the available PayPal tools. Then it's the user wants to know what I can do with PayPal invoices and transactions. Look at the tools available. Here's what I can do. And then list it here. So this is kind of like the thinking mode, kind of like what you would get inside Claude, Sonnet, and that sort of thing. And then it's I can help you with PayPal invoice and transactions using these capabilities. So you can list PayPal transactions, or you can create PayPal invoices, which is really cool, right? So for example, if I say, okay, here's my company details, right? Create a $500 invoice link for this. And we'll put service equals SEO link building. And I'm just going to put in the instructions and prompts right there, create a $500 PayPal invoice link for this, just to make it very clear to the AI. We'll paste that in, and I'll put all the prompts inside the AI Profit Boardroom if you want to get access to this stuff. What's also cool is it like figures out the email address for you, like you can see right here, which is quite interesting. And it just grabs all the data that you've got and then creates the invoice. It also gives you a countdown here, so you can see how much time is remaining. And it literally created that in 13 seconds? It's crazy. And look at that. So we've got the PayPal invoice ready to go. It's like you can share the link with your client to request payment. The invoice will automatically set a due date from 30 days from today. And so this is crazy stuff. So it's literally gone into my PayPal account, taken all my details from my account, connected the MCP without any sort of technical stuff, plugged it into an invoice like you can see right here, and then the client can just go off and pay. And something that would normally take maybe finance assistance, something like that. So we have a finance team in the business. If they were creating invoices, they might mess around for, I might take them 10 or 15 minutes to create something like this. Whereas you can just get your sales team, for example, to go into a chatbot from here, create the PayPal invoice, they plug in the details. It's really simple and easy, and the invoice is ready to go. There's no messing around there. So really cool stuff. I just want to check this actually works. So yeah, it's taking our business name, the email address. We can download the invoice as well. That is so much easier than just going into PayPal and figuring everything out. So I really like that. Now that was just one example. You can also click on the what would you like to do next section. So you can see, for example, we can view my recent PayPal transactions, create another invoice with different details, or create an invoice with a specific due date, discount, or tax, right? So you could add like a discount inside the details here. One thing you just want to make sure you do is add in your actual company email address when you're using this for PayPal, but you can see how easy it is. I'm surprised PayPal actually don't have that implemented themselves. It's so much better and easier than using the interface. It's crazy. All right, so let's go back to the tool section. Let's see what else we can implement here. So we've got custom integrations as well. You can also, for example, implement Pipedream and stuff like that. This is pretty cool because it adds all the APIs from Pipedream. So you can see all the MCP servers here, and then you can just implement that directly into Lutra, which is absolutely wild, right? So you can find all the MCPs from Pipedream and then plug that into Lutra, which is really cool. Makes it a lot easier. This is another example. So this is a demo with MCP, and it's basically using, you got here, for example, you are using PayPal along with Google Sheets. So again, like in the demo, they're connecting PayPal super simply. Then you use that, and you can, for example, take the spreadsheet data and update the Google Sheet, right? So we're going to create the PayPal invoices using the Google Sheet data like that. And so it's really easy to just connect like one app to another. I don't know if you ever tried using Zapier and stuff like that, but it's super time consuming. This is easier. And you can do it all in one click because you just tell it, okay, create an invoice or set this up or whatever. And I would say if you're not technical, this is probably the easiest way to get this stuff set up. So let's go back here and we're going to test something else out now. So we've got the calendar connected. So you just click connect to Google APIs, and then we just have to add a couple of things here. So I'm connected to my account in the background, and then it will show you, okay, what do you want to connect here? So we're going to select all, click continue. And essentially what you're doing here is just adding loads of different tools and apps to your chatbot, which is going to make it a lot easier to empower it and connect to different apps without having to mess around. You just can't do that inside ChatGPT and other stuff. So using this agent is what I always hoped ChatGPT could do, but didn't. So I'm going to go inside the Gmail settings here. We'll connect this as well. Again, in your settings, you're just going to select all here and then click continue. And then you can see all the tools that it can actually do. So for example, like composing emails, labeling, modifying, etc. Right? And so just to be clear here, we've got like the calendar selected, we've got PayPal, we've got Gmail, etc. So this is going to be super interesting. I want to test something out now. And bear in mind, like I've done all of this with just 3 messages, right? And you get 15 for free per day. So it's actually quite a lot. It's quite a generous allowance and you can do whatever you want with it. So if we go now to PayPal, I want to test this out and see if we can actually use it. I'm going to say, okay, send this link via email to vic@juliangoldie.com. using the Google MCP. Then create a calendar event to chase up Vic 1 week later. All right, so essentially, just to explain what I'm trying to attempt here, we've created the invoice link automatically using the PayPal MCP. Then we're using the email tool to email this guy with the details about the invoice. And then, hopefully, if this works, we're going to create a calendar event inside our calendar to chase that person up, like in 7 days later, something like that. So we'll hit enter and see what this does. What you can also do here is once you've done this, for example, and you can see it's sending the email now, which is crazy how good this is. But once you've done that, you can actually create the playbook, right? Now, what that means is if you have a certain workflow that you're just using over and over again, you can create that playbook and then just rerun it anytime. So if you have certain workflows that you just want to automate, then you can do that in one click using this process. And you can see here again, this is an awesome one-click AI agent because essentially what you're doing here is you're just automating everything through the chat and just like, boom, create a PayPal invoice link for me. Okay, now send that email. Okay, now create a calendar reminder to chase that person up, right? And you can see how easy and fast it is to just connect this AI agent to everything. And all of a sudden it's 100 times more powerful because it's connected to your apps, right? And you don't have to do any messing around with APIs. You don't have to mess around with, for example, like N8N workflows, which is a bit of a nightmare. And it just does the tasks like perfectly first time around. It's insane. So let's check this has worked. Inside the calendar here, it said create a calendar reminder and also send the email. Let's just double check that's actually worked. Wow, this is crazy. So if we pull up my sent inbox here, we'll go to the emails that were sent and you can see it says PayPal invoice for SEO link building. It's actually written the email, figured out the subject line, blasted the link out. You've got the invoice link right there. I'm sending you the invoice for the SEO owner service. Please use this link to complete the payment. Thank you for your business, blah, blah, blah. And you've basically automated your finance team in one click. And that's just like a tiny little thing of what you can do. It's so cool. All right, now let's just check the calendars. I just want to make sure that the calendar event has been added. So we'll check that in a second as well. So if we go over to my calendar over here, this is me, Julian Goldie. And if we check, the calendar has been sent right there, right? So it says follow up on the SEO link building invoice sent to Vic. Invoice link here is scheduled that in for 7 days later. So that's Monday, the 5th of May. And we just automated that in one click inside the chat. It's absolutely insane. So you can see how easy and powerful this is. You could save that as a playbook. So for example, we could click on create playbook here and it says, please plan out what we've done as a playbook to reuse, right? So you can save the workflow and come back to that later. And so it creates this nice little playbook that you can then come back to inside the playbook section here and just rerun that. Let's say, for example, you've got to do this for all your clients, like every Monday. Okay, boom, there you go. And then if we click on view, we can click on view over there. There we go. And you can also share this, right? So if I share that link now, and I'll put this inside the AI Profit Boardroom if you just want to steal this stuff from me. So I'm going to copy that. And then you can share your workflows with people as well. You can delete it if you need to as well. And then if you want to steal the prompts from me, let me put that into the prompt section over here. So we'll close that. So just to be clear here, let's run through what we've done so far. So we've used Lutra AI, one-click AI agent to automate creating PayPal invoices, to connect MCPs in one click, to connect multiple different tools, including Gmail and Google Calendar. And then what we've additionally done is automated the creation of emails, sending them, and also follow-up calendar events. On top of that, what we've also done is then turn that into a step-by-step SOP and workflow, like you can see right here, and save that workflow so that you can just come back to it whenever you need to rerun and automate that task. How insane is that? Again, this literally takes just a couple of clicks to do. I'm on the free plan here. I've only used 6 out of 15 messages. I'm probably not going to use 15 today, right? So like before anyone complains, oh, this is not free, blah, 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 you can use it for free. And you can see I'm using it for free right there. All right, so let's keep going now. So here you can also enable internet search. So we can connect this AI agent to the internet as well. I think that's already connected, so you don't need to mess around with that. And then you can connect it to Twitter, which is pretty cool. So we can actually click on connect to Twitter over here. And this can read, write, etc. We'll authorize that right now. So we've connected it to Twitter right now. And then this is going to be a really interesting workflow, right? And actually something super actionable for pretty much any single business that wants to get more leads, more customers, etc. Because this is how we use Twitter pretty much every day, right? So what I'm going to do here is inside the chat, I'm going to say, okay, search the internet for the latest AI updates. Do some research on the last 7 days of AI news. Break that down into a quick bullet pointed list. Write as Alex Hormozi, and then draft a tweet for me to send out based on this. Make it super useful and valuable. Now, because this is connected to the internet already inside the tool section, it can do the research kind of like Perplexity can, but then it can also connect to Twitter and start posting for us as well. So you can see here how it's actually getting the latest AI news for us and formatting it into Alex Hormozi style, right? Searching the web, it's looking through all these sources. It gives you a little time remaining section here. So obviously it's doing a bit of like deep research, I would say. And that's why it's going to take a minute or so to actually complete that. And then it's gathered all this information, like you can see, and it's extracting the key news points. So this is the research on the right-hand side. And then this is the information that it's turning into a post. So it's extracting and creating the Alex Hormozi style tweet. So you're basically at AGI level here, right? What can this do? What can't this do that a human can? That's what I would ask you. Very little, right? It's a crazy super agent. So it's creating the point now. You can see it's drafting that Alex Hormozi style tweet. You can also send this over to Docs if you want to. That's a tweet, as you can see right here. So it's like, right, AI moves fast. Here's what you missed this week, blah, blah, blah. Then you can customize it. That's why I'd recommend getting it in draft first before you actually post it out. So you want to just get a draft of it first, then figure that out later. And then we can say, okay, make this less generic, more specific, add information about, for example, let's see what we got here. Let's add, for example, information about what we got on the latest releases here. DeepSeek R2, Sooner AI Super Agent we could put in. What else? Trey AI update. Open GPT image one piece. And what else? Yeah, that'll do for now. All right. I'll say make each line like a news headline, e.g. And we'll take an example like that. And I'll say you can make the tweet longer if you want. Now it's created the example right here. And so what we're going to do from here is I'm going to say, okay, let's just edit it slightly. So we've got the draft, which is great. That saves us a lot of time. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to say tweet this out. And now you can see it's posting to Twitter directly. And it said, I've already posted the tweet for the user. The tweet was posted out, blah, blah, blah. Here's the ID. Boom shakalaka. I actually blocked Twitter to make sure that I don't get distracted. But yeah, it just tweeted out for me. Nice and easy. That is crazy stuff. And then if we open up Twitter now, we click on latest. So I've typed in Julian Gold SEO. You can see the tweet right here. It's already reached like 15 people. How crazy is that? It says, it takes all the information. If we click on show more, we can see the tweet. And we literally just automated that in a few clicks using this process. So just to recap here, and we've only done this in 10 messages. It's ridiculous. But we have automated PayPal invoices, sending emails, scheduling events, scraping content from the web, doing deep research, and also creating tweets and then posting them directly onto the platform. I don't know any other tool that makes it that easy to do this stuff. It's absolutely insane. Again, you can connect like tools, apps, your own MCPs. You could create your own MCP server with stuff that you want to show and then insert it directly in here. It's awesome. So it's completely free as well. You can see here, I've not spent a penny doing any of the stuff that I've shown you right here. So Feel free to get that at lutra.ai. I'm going to include all the prompts and the SOP directly from today inside the AI Profit Boardroom if you want to get access, and cheers for watching. By the way, if you want to check out the AI Profit Boardroom, you can get it link in the comments description. It's community focused on making money and saving time with AI, and it will basically show you how to scale your business with AI. Additionally, inside the community here, you can ask any questions you have if you ever get stuck, get some help, etc. And there's all these different courses, templates, workflows, etc. that you can steal from us. We update it with the most groundbreaking stuff. I don't know anyone else who shows this stuff like we do. We're publishing and creating content every single day about the latest updates, and you can find this stuff directly inside here. Additionally, inside the calendar, you'll find weekly Q&A calls. If you're like, oh, I need some help in real time, or there's this problem that I'm struggling with, etc., then you can ask inside the AI Profit Boardroom on the Q&As live. And if you can't make the Q&As, you can watch back the recordings inside the classroom right here. So feel free to get that link in the comments description. Appreciate you watching. Bye bye.